Tighten up those belts. It's time to go. Wheels up. You gotta get the double tap.
So we're gonna play a game, Mick. Tell me what you hear. Penis. If you make it through this episode, I'd be impressed.
What if I like pass out and start breaking out?
I hope you do.
Sweats, and I like
Welcome to Glove World. When is the next bus?
Welcome back to Wheels Up Wednesday. I'm Matt Omick, Jonas Spencer Hill. 2 weeks since we've been here in our podcast studio. Last week we were...
I know, it feels good to be back home, Nick. Like, you know, got the old shit table back again, right, well, the paper background instead of the cool green screen. Like, it's just home.
It is.
This is home for us.
It feels like I'm ready to bust out a podcast.
Yeah, no, I am ready to. First of all, I want to put a huge thank you to David Swope and everybody at the New Mexico Motorsports Report for having us last week over in the studio. As you can tell, Mick had such a good time that he's already gotten a head cold upon him. A little bit more on that in just a little bit. But, yeah, thank you to David, RJ, Dana, Brooklyn, everybody involved with the New Mexico Motorsports Report. So cool to actually be in, like, a real studio with real cameras that I didn't have to edit. That was my favorite part of that whole podcast.
No, for me it was
really special.
It was a super cool experience, so absolutely thank you to David Swope and everybody who's putting that on for us.
Yeah, very cool. And we did decent. Like, I mean, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, it might have been even better than the podcast.
I would say so. I would say it was a good...
If not just as good, so I'm happy.
It was good. It was a good debut. Good debut. And we got a really cool interview with Jacob. If you did not catch that, just go back a little bit further down in the posts on Facebook. I have it plastered all over there. Really good episode. That one's a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. We had to fill up an hour instead of just 30 minutes. But give it a look. It was a fun time for sure.
We made it work.
We did. Yep. Well, Mick, what did you do this weekend? You were out of town. I barely even saw you.
I know. Yeah, Friday I flew out to Lubbock, Texas. My brother just graduated from Texas Tech University.
Also named Matthew.
Yes, stepbrother. And so that was pretty cool.
Did that suck growing up? Two Matthews?
It did. Yeah, that's a good
like
point,
almost the same age, too, pretty much. Two Matthews.
When somebody would call in the household Matthew, we would both come running. So... At some point, we're like, okay, we need some nicknames, and
so that's where Mo evolved.
Came, and then further along, McNasty with the friends. So
yeah, no, I feel that.
But yeah, flew out there, took a lot of Jack Daniel shooters with me.
TSA just like right over their head.
I am pushing.
By the way, speaking about heads, I got the old mop chopped last week. How about that?
You did. Look at
I look a little less Mexican, but don't worry, we're going to grow that back for Drive for Diversity.
There you go. You should do a mullet sometime in your life.
I was going to go for the mullet, but it just got like way too afro-y for me.
Well,
I was like, it's got to go.
Oh, okay.
Got to go. But
well, I don't blame you.
I'm digging it.
Anywho, I'm just surprised how much alcohol you can take through TSA, given it's Albuquerque. And
that's what I thought too.
But I'm pushing the limits. New record, 10 shooters. So...
Still oblivious, like TSA just has no idea what you're doing.
Yeah, they must think it's like shampoo or something, but I'm cool with it.
That's some dark shampoo.
Exactly. And yeah, how about you this weekend? Where were you up to?
Sorry. I just don't want to get sick like you.
Right.
Really didn't do a whole lot this weekend. Mm-hmm. Watched a little bit of the all-star action that went on this weekend at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, which we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But the highlight of my weekend was actually probably today. Of course, like we said in weeks prior, we film on Mondays, and I was at work today, my normal work, not fun work like racing. But I work at Frank's.
Thankful for the job.
Thankful for the job. Thankful for the opportunity. Thank you, Randy.
Keep it going.
But I was working at Frank's Supply today, and there was a huge hailstorm that rolled through, and nobody was expecting that because New Mexico doesn't get weather at all.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I had just clocked out to lunch, and I was up in this like little room that I found. It's kind of secluded. Nobody uses it anymore.
It's upstairs in the back.
And yeah, no, exactly. And I've been using it as my napping room for my lunch hour. So I like
working hours.
I shovel down a quick meal really quick, like I don't know, 10 minutes. And then the rest of my 40 minutes of lunch, I just like nap. And it's awesome.
So the lights went out before your lunch? I'm sorry,
I'm getting to it. Getting to it. I just had to put that.
I thought you already said it, and I was going to say...
I had to get to that.
I'm sorry. I ruined it for you.
No. You never ruin it, Nick. You never ruin it.
False.
So where was I? Probably mid-nap.
Yes.
I just finished up eating about 15 minutes into my lunch break, which is an hour, and all of a sudden, like, the lights flicker. It looked like this, like, Nosferatu, like, just started flickering like that, and I thought somebody was just fucking with me. And all of a sudden I hear like the thunder and the hail
and the thunder rolls
and the lightning strikes, but
which it did,
yep. And it blew out a freaking transformer right down the street.
Oh yeah, happens.
And all of a sudden, like everything just went pitch black,
just done.
As I try to knock this shit over.
And that's how the thunder sounded.
And everything just went pitch black though, and I think I was eating my last thing, which was like an apple. I missed my mouth. I missed my mouth because I was so rattled.
Straight to the ear.
Like, it was just like, I couldn't find anything. It was pitch black. I got scared. I don't like dark. Like, that was such a bad ordeal.
At least you didn't have to turn on your iPhone flashlight to eat your lunch and see what was going on.
I did have to do that to finish it up.
Oh, okay. It was a spread out lunch.
I still had my apple and like a granola bar. Obviously, I don't know how to pack lunches because I am 12, but... I try my best. I try real hard.
The effort's out there.
Yeah, scary though. Like, I mean, everything went out, hail everywhere,
right.
And all of our computers went down too. And like I said, I had just clocked out to lunch, and I couldn't clock back in.
Oh, I was going to ask you
now I have to go to HR whenever I go back to work, and
you could tell them you didn't take a lunch. I
can't do that. I can't do that to them.
I'm
way too honest, man.
Yeah, I was at Starbucks when this hailstorm happened. You know those little tents they have set up on the outdoor tables?
Oh, yeah.
One of those smacked the window hard. It was blowing.
Oh, shit.
Had to get my unsweet iced tea.
Oh, of course, the unsweet iced tea. You gotta go with that.
Yep.
That was a very seductive wink. I don't like that. Don't do that again.
I'll stop. I'm sorry.
Well, Mick, I wanted to bring this up on the podcast because it's something that I heard about just recently here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but it's called Laurel versus Yanny.
Oh, yes, I have.
And basically what it is it's a video that's all over the internet right now.
Right.
And people are debating whether they're hearing the word Laurel or Yanny. And from the beginning, I mean, I have my own view. I just want to see what you hear first. So here, I'll play this. It's probably going to sound really bad in the microphone because I have no idea how to use the actual mixer yet. But
I first heard about this. I thought it was Laurel and Yanny written out in cursive, spelling both.
Very wrong.
And I was like, obviously that's Yanny. It looks more like it. And then you told me about this.
Yeah, very wrong. Just listen to it. Tell me what you hear here.
Yanny.
I hear Laurel.
Yanny.
Laurel.
Yanny.
Laurel.
That's
okay.
Laurel, right?
It is. What do you hear?
Well, apparently, I hear Laurel too.
Right.
But apparently, a lot of other people, when they hear that video, are hearing the word Yanny. Jason included. Cody hears Yanny. Both my parents hear Yanny.
Right.
And it blows my mind because I hear Laurel 100%.
That's what makes it go viral.
And everybody's been arguing. I just don't understand how some people can hear Laurel and some people can hear Yanny.
We were messing around with it a little bit earlier. I had to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And you actually...
Which is rare.
Right.
Did I just rattle you there?
You did, man. You got me.
I just shit on you way too hard.
Yeah, you're right on the money. You're correct. But you played it and you walked away and the voice got faint.
Yeah. No, that's important to know.
Still hearing Laurel in a man's voice, but when you went away, I heard Yanny, almost like a woman was talking. And you heard the same, right?
Yeah. I've been listening to this video. It's been blowing my mind for probably, I don't know, a week
6 hours a night.
Ever since we wrapped up filming last week for the New Mexico Motorsports Report, I heard about this, and I've been waiting to put it on the show because it's been blowing my mind. I don't know how some people can hear Yanny and some people can hear Laurel, but it's the same audio playing. And I looked it up, and I guess what the situation is people that hear lower decibels actually hear Laurel more predominantly, and people that hear in higher decibels hear Yanny.
Okay.
And a good point that you made was if you think of it as a man's voice, you hear Laurel.
Right.
And if you think about it in a woman's voice, you hear Yanny.
Almost
and we kind of
like Gary.
Yeah, we kind of
Like
tested this out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I walked down my stairs
Mm-hmm.
and I played it, and you heard the opposite, right?
Right, yeah. No, at first I heard Laurel, and then it went to Yanny, so I hear both. I think you can trick your mind into hearing both, and I tricked you, so it worked.
Yeah, I'm still mind blown, obviously. So if you guys can do us a favor, comment below what you guys hear on that video. I'll put a link in the description below.
Do a Twitter poll.
And yeah, I have not done a Twitter poll. I'll run a Twitter poll too this week before we upload this. It'll probably already be running. I'll probably try to do that right after we stop filming this.
Yeah.
And I gotta know. Is it Laurel or is it Yanny? Like, that's the question of the week.
It's a good topic, but you got better things to worry about.
Yes.
Don't lose sleep over it.
No, we do have better things to worry about. One of those being we're both going to be on the road this weekend.
That's right.
And once again,
places.
different places. But once again, I am struggling with the fact that promoters cannot get their shit together.
Still.
There's no reason in the entire world why a promoter can't call up another promoter from another track and figure out a schedule to help out racers, fans,
Right.
and themselves on the financial side of things. There's 3 tracks within 300 miles, give or take, of each other this weekend
Mm-hmm.
that are running the same class, which is micro sprints this weekend.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're stuck in a rock and a hard place this week. Our original idea was to go to Kansas this weekend. Unfortunately, we could not get a motor for that, so we changed our plans to Show Low, Arizona.
Right.
Which is a nice track ran by Sean Deskins, predominant sprint car driver out of the Arizona area. And he's trying to do really good things over there. And we'd like to support him, but then Canyon Speedway Park, they put a show on top of it.
Ooh.
Las Cruces had a show on top of it.
Oh, really?
So we have 3 tracks really close to each other
I
running the same class.
I see your predicament.
And there's cars all over the place that have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
And there's not enough cars in the area to run all 3 tracks with a full field.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
It blows my mind that it's also a holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You think they would amp it up by saying, "Hey, we have money, so come over here. Money to win, incentives." Maybe?
Yeah.
Is that what it's going to take?
That's what I would think it would take. But
So.
still, I mean, a lot of these tracks are offering the same thing. They just try to
Right.
match each other and get a small piece of the market, where I feel like if tracks were just able to work with each other
They could get a big show.
and make... I mean, how cool would it be to have 40 cars a night from all over the area, like all
yeah.
over the Southwest coming to your track,
Right.
but you only get that once a month?
Yeah, and they split it up and go to each track.
But split
to-
it up a little bit,
Yeah.
make it like an actual tour.
I feel like that would bring in more people, and they would do better than just
That's what I
5,
think
10
too, and
people in each.
I don't understand why tracks can't work together. It's been bugging me all year. I think
Yeah.
you've heard about me talk about it all year, really complain about it all year, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I don't understand why tracks can't work together and get a schedule that does not conflict with tracks within their immediate area. There's no reason for it.
Right.
That's what tracks on the East Coast, Midwest, even West Coast do. They work together, and that's how they get these huge car count numbers. We don't have the car count in New Mexico, in Arizona, even in Texas, Colorado, to run 4 different shows right on top of each other. We don't have that car count anymore.
I
So
hear
we
you.
need to work together
I know.
as drivers, fans, and promoters of tracks to get something that works for everybody.
If they had you promoting the tracks, things would be different, that's for sure.
Unfortunately,
I
I would never take that job because it is a thankless job. I'm not
Right.
trying to rag totally on promoters either, because it's
Mhm.
one of the hardest jobs in the world. I respect everybody that does that. I really do. I think I've been pretty well known to have some difficulties with some promoters out there
Right.
and some tracks, for sure. But it's a very hard job. I understand that it's difficult. I just think that if you would listen a little bit to what the drivers are saying, because I'm not the only driver saying this either.
No.
There's a lot of drivers out there that are trying to get tracks to work together so that they can build a schedule that works for everybody as a whole.
Yeah.
And if we are just able to take even a tiny step forward with that, by just not scheduling right on top of each other, with big shows at least,
Right.
I think that's a huge step forward.
It would make a big difference. I do agree. I hear you. Yep.
But anyways, end of that rant. I promise that'll be the end of that for a while now. I've talked about it constantly, but that's just something that it still blows me away, man.
You can expect it in the next podcast.
What you can't expect, though, is a lot of racing action that happened at the Charlotte Motor Speedway this weekend, starting with Camping World Truck Series.
Yeah, we had Johnny Sauter picking up the win. Kyle Busch right behind him. Brendan Jones in third. Brett Moffitt fourth. Ben Rhodes round out the top five. Stuart Friesen sixth. Parker Klingermean seventh.
Parker Klingermean.
We had Noah Gregson in eighth. Ninth, we had John Hunter Nemechek and Todd Gillen round out the top 10.
Did you hear those comments by Kyle Busch this weekend after that race, by the way?
I missed it.
Oh, man.
I really did.
I'm going to see if I can pull them up right here as I read off the
Toward
the
Johnny?
2018 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series standings. It was not. It kind of blew me away a little bit. But
Just like Laurel and Yanny.
yeah, no, here, I'll give it to you. Here it is right here. I'll just play a little snippet.
Pit road to work your way back up. Can you talk about how you made your way back to the field?
Pure talent. That's about it. My pit crew did absolutely nothing to help me out tonight. My truck drove like shit, and these splitters are absolutely horrendous. You can't pass in traffic. You can't race alongside anybody. You can't get within 5 truck lengths of no one. But somehow, some way, I was able to get back to the front. Had a blast.
We're going to open up for questions.
So that's what Kyle Busch had to say after the truck race this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Unhappy.
Wow.
He had trouble on pit road. He lost positions every time he was down there. And obviously upset about how the truck drove. Incredible, huh?
That's honestly, I respect his answer. He doesn't, he has no filter.
No sugarcoating from him.
One thing I did see is, all those pit road workers work so hard week after week. And
Yes.
I think they deserve a little credit. Maybe that they didn't do anything for him, but
Yeah,
maybe
so
they could have done
definitely
better.
harsh
Absolutely.
words from Kyle Busch this
Right.
weekend after the Truck Series race. Moving on to the point standings for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, we have Johnny Sauter still out front now after marking up 3 wins. Noah Gregson second, Brett
Down.
Moffitt third, Ben Rhodes fourth, Grant Enfinger fifth, Matt Crafton, Stuart Friesen, and now Justin Haley rounding out the top 8, which is your playoff cutoff. 9th and 10th sitting right outside of that will be Dalton Sargent and Myatt Snyder as we roll into the next race, which will be at Texas Motor Speedway, June 8th.
On to the Monster Energy. Funny story. I was obviously I was out of town and I wasn't able to respond for the group text on picking orders.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason called me and I was super busy and maybe a little intoxicated.
You sounded
And,
very
He's
intoxicated.
like, "Yeah, I need to know who you want," and I was like, "I can't tell you right now. Like, I gotta go. I'm busy."
I don't understand why.
And then
you
I
did that.
texted him, and it made no sense. I said, like, "Why are the birds in the cage?" or something like that. It was completely
So that's
nothing
what
in
happened.
line to NASCAR or anything, and so I was out of it. But kind of a lucky call.
Yeah, no,
But,
you did a
since I was
good
at
job
first.
there because Justin ended up getting the win with Kevin Harvick taking the victory over Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Chase Elliott fifth, Jimmy Johnson sixth, Kyle Larson seventh, AJ Allmendinger with a nice bounce back to the 8th position, Kyle Busch and Casey Kane after early contact with the wall finishing in the 10th position.
No points change being the all-star race,
Yeah, of course, that was the All-Star race, all for glory and $1
Mhm.
million.
right?
Congratulations to Kevin Harvick and the team with a new package this weekend. Got to see a little bit of restrictor plate racing at a
Exactly.
1.5-mile oval, which is very rare, and it was a treat, too. 38 lead changes. That's more than the last 4 All-Star races combined, man.
I wonder how Kyle Busch liked his Cup car this weekend.
He
compared
was
to-
also not happy with that. I heard that on Radioactive this week with Fox Sports. He was not a happy camper after getting caught up in that big pile up late.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan at all.
Logano taking out your boy Larson.
Yeah,
But you weren't happy.
I was also not happy. That was my pick for the weekend.
Another
and,
loud
he went
living room.
sliding through the grass once again. But we have those, and we got to move on to the Coca-Cola 600 this weekend.
It happens.
Verizon IndyCar Series had their qualifying day on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was bump day, whereas Sunday was pole day. And bumped from the 33-car field in the first day of qualifications on Saturday was a big name, Mick. James Hinchcliffe, 5th place in point standings right now in the IndyCar Series, will not race the 102nd running of the Indianapolis 500.
That's crazy.
That's
What's that
probably
gonna
the
do to
biggest
his
news.
points?
It's going to tank him.
Plummet.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
probably the biggest news that I've seen in racing this year, to be
Right.
honest with you. A name as big as James Hinchcliffe, who very well known for many years in the IndyCar Series,
Right.
will not race the Indianapolis 500, their biggest race of the year.
Yeah, that's huge. That's the Brickyard, baby. That's where it all started, and that's where everybody wants to go.
It's just, that blew me away. But on Sunday, we had the top 9, the Fast 9 is what they call it out there, qualify for the top position for the Indy 500. And we had, Ed Carpenter
Yeah,
taking
first we had Ed Carpenter. Behind him, Simon Pagenaud. Third was Will Power. Fourth, Joseph Newgarden. 5, Sebastian Bourrier. 6 was Spencer Piggott. 7th, Danica Patrick. Good to see that name again.
Yeah, Danica
Heyo.
Patrick having a good run out there.
Not really, but 8th was Helio Castroneves.
Kester Nevis.
Yeah, exactly. And 9th, Scott Dixon.
That one's an easy one.
I can blame it on my voice.
Yeah, you can blame it on the sickness. Oh,
It works. Down with the sickness.
There you go. Well, Mick, also running this weekend was NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series.
Yep, they were over in Topeka, Kansas. And in Top Fuel, we had Clay Milliken picking up that win.
Good for him.
I'm sure that's back-to-back. I think he won last 2 weeks ago. So behind him, Terry
I thought it was
McMillan.
Brittany.
No, this is Top Fuel.
Oh.
Sorry. I think I said Top. I'm not sure. Review the tapes.
Isn't Brittany in Top Fuel?
Oh, she is. I thought you said Courtney. My bad. Review the
You're
tapes
crazy.
again. Dude, I'm sorry.
You're all
I
jacked
can't
up on
remember.
Mountain Dew.
I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew. Moving on, Pro Stock. We had Derek Kramer, Ferrari Kramer, finishing first. Right behind him, Erica Enders. And in Funny Car, my girl, who did get back-to-back wins, I am for sure of that. Right behind him, Robert Height.
Very good.
Sorry to tangle that up for you.
No, you're all
Sounds
good.
like a big bowl of
Of course,
spaghetti.
Mick under the weather. We got to catch him a little bit of a break. I'm not going to do that, but everybody else should feel a little bit
That's
bad
fair.
for him. Going over to World of Outlaws action now, Donnie Schatz sweep the weekend out with the outlaw portion of the Let's Race 2 at Eldora Speedway. Of course, great event out there also with USAC National Series. Donnie Schatz took the win of the feature on the final night of action. Logan Schuhart second, Aaron Reitzel third, Craig Kinzer fourth, Tim Schaefer fifth, Parker Price Miller in the sixth position, Kerry Madsen seventh, Brad Sweet eighth, ninth went to Ian Madsen, and rounding out the top 10 was Darren Pittman in that number 9 for Casey Kane Racing.
Going on to the Can-Am West Series, they were at Orange Show this weekend. My least favorite track on the Lucas Oil Modified Tour.
Yeah, probably the worst track out there as
Not
far as
only-
asphalt. I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna call it asphalt. I'm not gonna call it anything because I can't talk right now. But
Same.
asphalt,
Right.
Orange Show, come on.
It's not only the track, but really the facilities just... It's so old and run down, they don't keep it up. It's at an old fairgrounds, and like I said...
I haven't even been there, and I already know it's gonna be the worst place we go to on the tour.
Yeah, it's right in San Bernardino. Not even the best city in California.
Yeah,
so.
if we have anybody listening from San Bernardino, I apologize, but
Lenny White.
we're not looking forward to going there.
Right. Okay, so the top 10 for that race, we had Ryan Partridge winning, Derek Thorne second, Cole Rouse third, Haley Deegan fourth, another good run by her.
Best run for
Best
Haley
run.
Deegan in NASCAR.
Yep. Where did she finish? She finished seventh at Kern, right?
I believe so,
Okay.
yes.
Derek Kraus rounding up the top 5. Trevor Huddleston sixth, seventh went to Cody Vanderwall, eighth Todd Souza, ninth Nick Jordians, and 10th was Matt Levine. And like I said, this is a terrible track, hard to pass. Seemed like they put some sticky on that higher groove, but
Yeah, Good to see Ryan Partridge and Derek Thorne getting a 1-2 finish for Bob Brucati, though.
Yeah.
That team's been working hard this year. They're really attacking, trying to go for the championship against Bill McAnally Racing, and they're doing a great job early in the going.
Yeah, good battles. See what happens in the near future.
Of course. Not that many cautions over there either. Just, I think, 4 cautions. And point standings for the K&N Series as far as the West Division goes. Ryan Partridge on top, Derek Thorne second, Derek Kraus third, Cole Rouse fourth, Cody Vanderwall fifth, Haley Deegan, Trevor Huddleston, Will Rogers, Matt Levine, and Todd Souza rounding out the top 10.
Yes, sir. What we got going up this weekend?
Well, we also had the ARCA Racing Series. Before I forget, they had the Menards 200 presented by Federated Car Care. Wow, that was a hard one. I don't know why that was so hard. But Zane Smith, once again, getting back into the victory lane in that number 41 for Matthew Miller. Chase Purdy, teammate, finishing second. Joe Graff Jr., third. Fourth went to Chandler Smith. Brett Holmes, fifth. Brandon Grasso, sixth. Natalie Decker, a good run for her in the 7th position. Travis Braden, 8th. Harrison Burton, 9th. And Thad Moffitt in that number 46. Ford finishing in the 10th position.
Side note, this is not piss.
A little bit of a emergency going on for Mick over there.
It does look like it, though.
Well, that does it for the racing series this weekend, Matt. We're going to go with the Wheels Up Wednesday watch list now.
What we got going on?
We have the Camping World Truck Series is going to come at you June 8th here in a couple of weeks, 9 p.m. on Fox Sports 1 at Texas Motor Speedway for the Rattlesnake 400. NASCAR Xfinity Series coming at you May 26th at 1 p.m. on Fox Sports 1 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Alsco 300. NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series, May 27th, 6 p.m. Fox for the Charlotte Motor Speedway Coca-Cola 600. 600, back again. Longest race of the year for the Cup guys there. That's going to go right after the Verizon IndyCar Series has their Indianapolis 500 for the 102nd running of that, May 27th, 12 p.m. on ABC. NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series, June 2nd through the 3rd. That's going to be on Fox Sports 1 for the JAGS Route 66 NHRA Nationals. Of course, that's at Route 66 Raceway. World of Outlaws is going to be back in action at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, May 25th. And May 28th, they'll head over to the Lawrenceburg Speedway. K&N Pro Series with the East Division is going to come at you June 2nd in Memphis for Memphis 150, presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. And to round out the Wheels Up watch list, ARCA Racing Series will be back in action May 24th at 9 p.m. on Fox Sports 1 for the General Tire 150 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Their return to the Charlotte Motor Speedway. They have not been there in quite a while, so excited to see a little bit of ARCA Racing on a Thursday night.
Yeah, one thing you forgot just in between that, Sunday, May 27th, our boy Jason Irwin turning 21.
Yes.
Got a little birthday party going on.
Yes,
so.
Huge shout out to Jason Irwin, the big 2-1. Hopefully, he doesn't party too hard when he gets back home. Of course, me and him both racing this weekend.
Yep.
I know I'll be racing somewhere in Arizona, whether that's Sholo or Phoenix, still to be determined. But are you guys going out to a pretty big show?
Yeah, going up north I-25, we have CNS in close to Denver, and then there's I'm drawing a blank right now.
Will you guys go to Wyoming?
Wyoming, yeah, the state's above that, so.
Just every state above that.
State.
North Dakota, you guys go up to Alaska.
Yeah, and then if we wrap all the way around Antarctica, so they got a couple good shows down there.
Yeah.
Penguin 3000.
3,000?
Yeah.
Wow, what a legend
It's
race.
a road course.
Wow.
So looking forward to that. Up to come, just wanted to throw that in there.
Yes, of course. Big happy birthday to Jason Irwin, one of our dedicated watchers.
Yes.
As well as a couple shout-outs to our other watchers. I know Jarrett Martin,
Jacob Johnston,
Darren Ward,
Dan Omick.
And that covers our followers. That's about all 5 of you guys. Thank you so much.
Besides ourselves, so we got about 7.
Yeah, no. For real, though, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Wheels Up Wednesday. You guys know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on both our Facebook and YouTube. Maybe one of these days, if I get off my lazy ass, I'll make an Instagram or a Twitter. Not looking like it so far.
I'm not going to do
but,
it. So.
I know he's not going to do it. If anybody does it, it's probably going to come from me.
Yep.
Once again, let us know if you heard Laurel or Yanny. That's going to be bugging me for the next 2 nights. I know it. And I think that's all I got. You got anything else, Mick?
That's about all I got. Apologies for the sickness. Hopefully next week I'll be in better condition.
Yeah, we got disturbed over here. Hopefully next week we'll have Matt Omick back. For Disturbed, I'm Spencer Hill. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to another episode of Wheels Up Wednesday, and we'll catch you next Wednesday.